Good morning. Today is November the 30th. It's about 7 o'clock. I like to get to the shop a little bit early so I can get things going, get the lights turned on. I usually start out here in the paint shop, prep shop, get everything turned on here, and then of course into our wash area, get things going here too. I like to also just kind of check around, make sure everything's all set, ready for the day. Take a look inside the paint booth, see what's in there, see what's been painted or prepped or ready to go. This way we can also keep up with our daily log as we proceed through the day. This here is just an additional prep room. We do also some sandblasting from this room as well. Back there is a air compressor. Now I'd like to go into the pass by our tow truck. I left it running there. Let it warm up a little bit. It's still pretty dark out. Got a lot of cars here. I see there's a pretty nice trailer came in over the weekend. The two trams were used this weekend for a Christmas event. There's another brand new trailer back there we've got to do some undercoating on. But anyway, back to opening up. I like to get here kind of early, check all the buildings again, and get the lights turned on. This here building is our body shop. We have, oh geez, how many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5, 6 guys in here that work out of this building. Over the weekend, we put a lot of stuff inside just to secure things. This is our tractor. We use that for a variety of things. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And the lights on in here. This is our fabrication and frame shop. They use a Shark measuring system there for the frame system, and of course they've got some other pieces of equipment for fabricating and welders. That's some type of computer there. I'm not sure what it's for. And we use the Kent system here for our fasteners. Over in this area, we have another technician that works here. He does a lot of heavy hits, so he's on the frame machine as well. You see, we have quite a few cars that got to come out and get put in order. Just kind of, like I said, go around, check on things. This way I can keep up with our daily log. We have a log that we keep up with on our computer. Everybody has access to it, and so they usually review it throughout the day to make sure that they're keeping up with the cars and what has to happen throughout the day in the process here. This time of year we get a lot of deer hits, and this car was hit by a deer, or it hit a deer, one or the other. This here is our parts room. This gentleman works in here. Obviously, he orders quite a few parts throughout the day. This is his desk. And these are all his parts. He also does all the material ordering. So anything and everything that is purchased for the shop goes through him. He has a golf cart here he uses, transporting parts back and forth and driving around to our parts or to our properties that are close by. All these cars in here are in for some type of repair. In this area here, we have another technician that works here. He does primarily light hits. He used to do a lot of heavy hits when he was younger, but as time goes on, we get older and time isn't our best friend to our bodies sometimes, so it's easier for him to work on lighter hits instead of bouncing up and down on the frame machine. Over in that area here, our mechanic works. We have actually one full-time mechanic and another mechanic who also does body work, but he's learning how to do some of our heavy hits and quarter panel jobs, welding, things of this nature. You can see here that particular gentleman is working on his quarter panel. There's a lot to it. It's not as easy as some people may think, or there's so many factors that have to be considered when doing these types of jobs. From the way it was hit, the metal, and how to pull. This lady here, she just was in an accident about a week ago. She left our shop and within a few hours was hit again. So the car returned to our shop. Well, that's just a quick tour of our shop. First thing in the morning. Now I'm going to move quite a few of these vehicles out of the building and get ready and prepped again for the day. So thank you very much. Well, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see much of this or not, but you've seen the tractor inside the building earlier, and we use it for a variety of things. Right now I'm going to try and move this car. I tried to move it with my tow truck auto loader earlier, but it didn't want to grab because there's only one wheel on this car. It's a Honda. It was hit pretty hard, and let's see if I can pick it up and take it over to the pile that's right over there. Seems to be moving it pretty good. Sometimes my biggest problem is turning with these things when I have it hooked up like this. My weight is okay because I have a counterweight on the back, so that seems to be all right. But picking the whole thing up, might be a little bit of a challenge. Like I said, there is only one wheel on it, so you got to do a little bit of maneuvering sometimes to get it to go where I want it to go. But we'll get it figured out. Got a guy over there still moving cars out of the building. I got most of them out this morning before he arrived. He's an early riser. He likes to get here early, which is great. And then he helps me out and gets cars out of both buildings. Fortunately, the paint shop did pretty well this week, and we don't have very many to move. And this is probably more fun than anything else for me. There's not much for grip there either. Let's see, I have to do something here. Reposition myself is what I intended to do. To get that front weight. All right, let's see if we got a grip now. I think we do. Got to make sure that I miss these other cars here. Really don't want to hit them, even though most of them are all junk. You still never know what's on them of value for the next buyer. I justify this by saying that we needed the room. There's my neighbor's lot. He owns a salvage company over there. He's got a pretty nice lot. We got a hole in the fence here for him, so when I get a bunch of cars, I just open up that hole and he comes through and buys them. our lot is where I'm taking this from is what I always refer to as the impound lot. We have several contracts, several municipalities that I just dropped it. That we contract with, and we bring their cars to this facility. And then we have cars designated for certain areas for certain things around here. To some it sounds crazy because you're constantly moving stuff, but the reality is it's what's needed. You know what? I think I got the whole thing lifted. Nope, I don't. Wheel is digging in over there. Let me try and lower it a little bit. Let's see if I can drag it. My rear is lifted. So I'm going to have to push it. So I can get my position just correct. Dragging it's okay, but it's not as fun. Here by this semi-trailer. Perfect spot for it. All right, well, like I said, I don't give up very easily. It's a nasty one. Well, might as well go park this for now. Vehicles here that were either called fatal accidents or shootings. They seem to be here a long time. I've had some cars here as long as 4 years. But that's all part of our towing company, and we have a towing yard as well here on the other side of town at our central towing building is what we've referred to it as. We will take a look at that someday. For now, let me get to work.